So, I don't know, I think a year ago I published a video about a Simpsons episode, and I saw it now. I've been trying to think about how I could like explain to you what the Simpsons are and why nobody actually cares about them anymore. Because the Simpsons was a very original, very, I would say, groundbreaking show from the late 80s where we'd see a family of it was a parody of sitcom, and at the same time it was a sitcom. So you had different characters, and they all were somewhat stereotypical to a certain extent, and they brought enough originality to the concept to be worth it. Like, so I would say one of the biggest characters in The Simpsons is Homer, because Homer in original Simpsons, for example, in today's Simpsons, Homer is an oaf, and he's very much moronic and drunk all the time. For example, when I was looking for this for this image in modern Simpsons, Homer always has a beer can in his hand, whereas in original Simpsons, he would drink far less. For example, he wouldn't drink in front of his family, and slowly over time, they transformed Homer, who was he just was a stupid man in the beginning. They transformed him into a drunk, and they made him far stupider than he once was. And for example, Marge in original Simpsons was a very balanced, relaxed character that was still able to get things done, and they slowly transformed her into an frustrated housewife. So like most of her arcs today are being a frustrated housewife. Uh, Bart, who used to be just like a rambunctious little boy, now he's like they've almost transformed him into like a dangerous terrorist. Like he does things that would legitimately put you in jail. And Lisa, who just used to be like, how do I say this, a straight A student that's very conscientious and very stressed out about everything. They transformed her into they transformed her into well into a woke maniac pretty much. Like kind of like the show has the show has kind of worn out its premise to the point where nothing works anymore. Like Homer and Marge no longer are, because the most important trait they had in the original Simpsons was the fact they were parents, but now they're not really parents anymore. Like it's not the main thing about them. It's kind of like Homer's core characteristic is the fact he's the father, because um, in every episode, like they change his job, but his job doesn't really change him. Like it's kind of a weird thing, but like uh, I see how they've kind of ruined the characters. Like the characters have very much lost their meaning. They've become parodies of themselves, and well, what to expect after 33 seasons? I can tell you that I've watched many like recent Simpsons episodes, and every recent Simpsons episode could have a review where you have to go through the whole episode and kind of explain why it doesn't make sense for the characters for the Simpsons to act in that way. And would it be fair to the original Simpsons to do that? No, because most of the original Simpsons episodes are very well made. Usually they explore an interesting premise, whereas today it's almost a meme. It's kind of like there's an episode like in the recent seasons where Homer and Marge join a startup where they don't really actually need to work, and they're like babysitted by this thing until this thing goes away. But so many new episodes are like that where there's like a new job, and the job is like a complete joke, and well, it's just bad writing. And the premise is like they're slowly destroying all their characters. It's kind of sad to see. So if you have any thoughts about this, or you want any clarification, please leave a comment and a like, and I'll do more. Goodbye.